The No campaign is being run by a group called Fair Australia. It is importing Trump-style politics to Australia. It is post-truth, and its aim is to polarise. Its aim is to sow division in our society by making false claims, including that providing advice to government would somehow impact the fundamental democratic principle of one vote, one value. A claim designed to mislead. I am not interested in culture wars. I am interested in closing the gap. The first question I want to address today is, why is the voice needed? And the simple answer is because the gap isn't closing fast enough. For far too long, governments have made policies for Indigenous Australians, not with Indigenous Australians. We need a voice to change that. For far too long, governments have made decisions for Indigenous Australians and not with Indigenous Australians. The question must surely be asked: how much longer do Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have to wait for recognition? When will we finally resolve this unfinished business? As Pat Anderson says, let's finish the unfinished business between us all. If not now, when? We are so close. It's a broken system, and the voice is our best chance of fixing it, because when we listen to people on the ground and consult with locals, they make better decisions and achieve better outcomes. That is why we need a voice. So vote yes to the Uluru Statement from the heart. Vote yes for a voice, and yes to a better future. Do you support a change to the Constitution to recognise the First Peoples of Australia by establishing an Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander voice? Yes or no?
We believe that there is a very real need for consultation and discussion further with Indigenous people to design the voice, design the timing, and also design the question that will be put to the Australian people in a referendum.
The second question I want to answer today is, how will the voice work? First, let's be clear about what the voice is, how it will help to deliver a better future and do better than past bodies. The voice will be independent, representative advisory body, made up of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. The voice will be nimble, efficient and focused on making a practical difference. That is what Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have asked for, to be heard. It will be chosen by local communities for local communities. The voice will give independent advice to Parliament and the government on issues affecting Indigenous people and communities. One question I'm sometimes asked is, why does the voice need to be in the Constitution? Why can't it just be legislated? Well, there are two main reasons, everyone. Firstly, a voice or representative body cannot be truly independent or give frank advice to the government of the day if the government of the day can abolish it with the stroke of a pen, and we've seen that. We know the issues that affect Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people differently: gaps in education and employment,
higher rates of family violence and incarceration, higher rates of disease and suicide, more risk during childbirth. Let me be very clear. This is about two things. It's about recognition and listening, and I can assure the Parliament recognising Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in our Constitution and listening to them so we get better outcomes. It is the means to the end. The end is the better future.
The Voice will be tasked with taking the long view. Unlike government, it will not be distracted by three-year election cycles. It will plan for the next generation, not the next term. It will be focused on making a better future for the next generation. The time to make generational difference, everyone, is now.